Imagine your current physical state. You are likely sitting completely still. You are slumped on a soft piece of furniture. Your eyes are locked onto a glowing glass rectangle. Your biggest survival crisis today is a slow internet connection or a bad pizza delivery. But 6 million years ago, your direct ancestors were wild, elite survivalists. They faced a harsh, unforgiving planet every single day. The story of how we traded wild jungle canopy for living room couches is completely chaotic. It all began in the dense jungles of ancient Africa. The global climate began to shift drastically. The thick rainforests started dying out. They were slowly replaced by wide, open grasslands. Our primate ancestors couldn't just swing from branch to branch anymore. Food was suddenly miles apart across open fields. Enter Australopithecus. This tiny hominid stood barely 1.1 meters tall. They weighed only around 30 to 40 kilograms. Walking out into the open savanna was terrifying. The tall grass was a hiding spot for 500-kilogram saber-toothed cats. If you walked on four legs, you couldn't see over the brush. You were an easy snack. So, our ancestors stood up on their hind legs. Bipedalism was officially born. Standing upright let them spot incoming predators from far away. It allowed them to travel long distances while saving precious energy. Most importantly, it completely freed up their hands. They could now carry food, sticks, and babies while walking, but this transition left modern humans with a permanent evolutionary curse: chronic lower back pain. Our spines simply weren't originally designed to carry all our weight vertically. 2.8 million years ago, those newly freed hands achieved a massive technological upgrade. Meet Homo habilis. This species name translates directly to handyman. They looked at ordinary river rocks and saw a weapon. They figured out how to smash two stones together to create a sharp edge. It was the world's very first toolkit. Homo habilis wasn't an apex hunter yet. They were actually scavengers. They waited for giant lions to finish eating a carcass. Then they rushed in with their sharp stone tools. They didn't just scrape off leftover meat, they did something much smarter. They used heavy rocks to smash open the massive leg bones of dead animals. Inside the bone was marrow. Bone marrow is a dense, calorie-heavy jackpot of pure fat and nutrients. This massive wave of high-grade nutrition kickstarted a radical rewrite of our biological code. With a rich new diet, humans grew bigger, faster, and smarter. 1.9 million years ago, Homo erectus arrived on the scene. They looked much more like us, reaching heights of up to 1.8 meters, and they developed a terrifying physical superpower: the ability to sweat. Every other mammal on the savanna relied on thick fur for protection, but fur traps body heat. Homo erectus shed their heavy body hair and weaponized over 2 million individual sweat glands. This transformed humans into the ultimate long-distance endurance running gods. Picture a hot midday sun in Africa hitting 40 degrees Celsius. A furry antelope can sprint incredibly fast for 2 kilometers, but it cannot sweat. It has to stop to pant and cool down, or its brain will literally cook inside its skull. Homo erectus couldn't outrun the antelope in a sprint, but they didn't need to. They would just walk jog after the animal for 20 consecutive kilometers under the blazing sun. Every time the antelope stopped to rest, the humans would reappear on the horizon. Eventually, the animal would collapse from pure heat stroke. Our ancestors didn't even need weapons to kill it. They just chased it until it fainted. Homo erectus also conquered fire. The invention of cooking changed our anatomy forever. Raw meat and wild tubers take hours of intense chewing to digest. Cooked food is essentially pre-digested and incredibly soft. Because our food was now cooked, we no longer needed massive jaw muscles. We didn't need a giant, heavy digestive tract to break down raw foliage. Over generations, our jaws shrank drastically. Our intestines shortened. This saved our bodies an immense amount of metabolic energy. Digestion takes a lot of fuel. All that saved energy was redirected straight upward to our skulls. Our brains exploded in size, tripling from an average of 400 grams to a massive 1,400 grams. Finally, around 300,000 years ago, Homo sapiens evolved. We had the ultimate survival toolkit: massive brains, precision thumbs, complex language, and a complete lack of body fur. We built tools, conquered every ecosystem on Earth, invented agriculture, and built the digital age. All of this incredible effort was achieved so we could finally build a society where we don't have to move at all. We spent 6 million years running away from predators just to become professional couch slackers. We use our highly evolved 3 million-year-old precision thumbs to swipe through videos while eating processed sugar delivered directly to our doorsteps. Think about that the next time you feel too lazy to get up from the couch. If your ancient, Sweat-running caveman ancestors could see you using your massive 1400-gram brain just to stare at this screen, what would they say? Drop your funniest caveman reactions in the comments section below, hit that subscribe button to keep evolving your brain, and we will see you next time on the Evolution Sketchbook.